Hey everyone, this is me, Sandil from Team Colombia, and for this week's video, we are interviewing Emilio from Operation Smile Colombia. So as you know, this is the fourth and final week. So try to get those donations in. All the socials will be linked down below in the YouTube video. All right. Well, we might as well start the interview. Um, First of all, thank you, Emilio, for joining us. It is a pleasure. I know it's very early for you guys over there, and yeah.
No,
Um,
thank you to you, Sandil, for giving me this opportunity for sharing experiences of Colombia with you in the U in Abu Dhabi, and thank you very much.
no problem. All right. So first off, because obviously, who are you? And like, just give like a little background information about you for everyone watching.
Okay, so my name is Emilio Restrepo. I live in Bogota, the capital of Colombia. I am 16 years old, sorry. I have been with Operation Smile from at least 1 year and a half, 2 years. And yes, I study at Rochester School. I'm right now in 10th grade. And well, I don't know what, yes, that's me, like a general information.
All right, that's sick, man. All right. Um, so first off, because obviously the theme is Operation Smile Colombia. Before we move on to about Operation Smile Colombia, I just wanted to ask, what's your experience with Operation Smile? Like, how did you join? When did you join, and so on?
Okay, so I remember that I started listening about Operation Smile 2 years ago. My school has an year interchange with a St. Patrick Catholic School in Virginia, where is the hub of Operation Smile. And actually, when some of the nephews and family of Bill and Katie Maggie started, they studied there. So they were start planning. They were finding out some hosts for 6 kids that were coming to Colombia for working with some foundation called Operation Smile. So I was like listening the principal of my school, some friends that were applying to receive them, and I apply. But I tell them like I want to know more. What's the project about? I want to participate because I'm like very interested in participating about social projects the school does every year, monthly. So they told me like, okay, they are coming because we are going to make an event on April, May, that's called Soccer for Smiles. They have them in St. Patrick, and we wanted to have it here for having more fundraising with Operation Smile. We have been working with them like approximately 4 years, but it's not like the same, and we want to grow this. And I say, okay, you can count on me. I will receive one of those kids. Sure, I will participate in all the logistics this event has. So from January to March, April, we were working and working and working on the logistics of Soccer for Smiles. They came for 1 week, I remember, was like April to May. I don't have the exact dates.
That's all right.
But when they came, like we had an agenda and we went 2 days. The first day we went to the house of the kid that we were going to patrocинate the surgery with the event, and the other day was the surgery. So we went to the house of that baby. I knew what was his condition, was his or her. I don't remember if it was boy or girl. I could see which were the conditions the family live, and like that touched my heart. So I proposed me to continue working and working for the uh, foundation. The next day we could go to the hub here in Bogota, like the hospital, call it like that maybe. I had the opportunity to enter to the surgery. One of the surgeries they were having that day, I faint a little bit. And on September, with the friends that we received the kids from, well, on that week we had the event. We collect like 7 million pesos, Colombian pesos. That is more or less one surgery and a half. And on September, well, I keep contact with this foundation, but like a little bit. But in September of 2019, I went to the principal of my school and I said, okay, I want to create a club. Why we don't create like a club? We make this officially. Things are going well with the foundation. I remember that, I don't know if you know Gabriela Sahel from Panama.
I'm not sure I do know.
She's like Carlos Beron for you, but for
Ah,
me,
wait, apologies. Isn't Carlos in South Africa with you guys? Not South Africa. Sorry, South America with you guys?
yes, he lives in Paraguay.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So I remember that Gabriela came to my school. She made a trip to Bogota and she went to the school and she told us about something that was called Lea. And
Yeah.
she explained that was a conference that in 2020 was going to be held in Colombia. So it was a big opportunity for me, for my friends to know more about the foundation, to know more about student programs of Latin America. So I said, okay, I will go. What is the price, conditions, blah, blah, blah. And she also told me, why you don't start like a formal club in your school? It would be great. You are doing such a good job, like make it formally. And I said, okay, the school was agree with that. I became like the president in September, October of my school club. And like we on January like 1 year ago, the 20th of January, we went to LEA, the Latin American Action Conference. And from January to March, that the pandemic arrived to Colombia, that they locked down all Colombia, we couldn't do much events like on my school, on other parts of Colombia that has student programs. So we turned all virtually. Okay, I don't know if that's another question or I continue like telling you.
About what happened during COVID.
Yes.
That was the question, but why not? You know, how is Operation Smile during COVID, and were there big changes and anything?
Yes, like in part of the student programs. Yes, of course, because 2019 where we did presidential events, we like here in Bogota is not usual that we go with, how do you say that, like where you collect the money, the coins,
Oh yeah,
like around the street. It's not so usual. We don't have that like tradition, but
over here too.
In
Over here too,
Boyacá,
we don't do that. Sorry.
on Boyacá, that is another part of Colombia, like Bogota, Boyacá. They do that. It's like normal for them going out of the streets because it's like there are small cities that is easier and is they can have more security. Maybe here in Bogota, it's not possible doing that. So yes, they could not continue doing those kind of activities. We here in Bogota, we could not do many things with the school that we had planned, like bake sales, desserts selling for like collecting money. So yes, we needed to change all to virtual, to computers. We did a training, like training mission maybe for Colombia, for the volunteers know more about what are the like the process of the baby when he arrived to the foundation, how he goes out, like all those steps. Also with operation like student programs Latin America, they start doing conferences. We had a ULIT. We have like the monthly campaigns, like all virtual, was all by Zoom, Teams, Google Meets. And
Yeah.
like the foundation, like in the part of the medical part, I don't have more much knowledge about. I know that they open again on October. They start operating again on October. I knew that the capacity was reduced, because of things of social distance, of
Yeah.
sanitary protocols here in Colombia. But I know that they are open right now. They are doing surgeries again. And yes.
All right, that's really cool. Wait, so did you guys like is there a way for people to donate now to Operation Smile during this whole time for you guys?
Yes, like here the studentship council that is like all the countries have one or two, one for universities and one for schools. He created like a, I don't know how to say, here in Colombia we
Yeah.
say vaca, like cow, and it's
Okay.
where money, many people like put 5,000 pesos for, I don't know, going to the cinema with her
Oh,
friends.
okay.
So he created like a special web page that was free for them, I think. So people could donate 20,000 pesos, 30, 40, 1,000, like whatever they wanted to donate. We are still doing that. I think that we're still doing that. We have that web page open. But on October, when they were going to open again doors, the foundation made like a virtual event where the sponsors could donate some money to have back like the hub open. We students like with my school in December, there's like a tradition doing novenas, like praying and doing some things for the becoming of Jesus or
Ah,
God.
yeah.
And we usually like do it on the school, but we did it by Zoom. And the parents of pre-K and K, that are the two first years of our school, they
Okay.
donate money for the, like we do,
In real
yes, a
life.
collect, and we donate it to the foundation. And also we did, well, from 2022 from my school, did like a bingo, a virtual bingo,
Okay.
and the 20% of that money that they collected was designated to the fund, to Operation Smile Colombia.
Ooh, that's
And right
amazing.
now, yes, and right now, like they made some kind of events, like virtual events. Like I knew that last month, one couple went from Bogota to Cali. That is approximately, wow, I don't know, like 800 kilometers maybe on
Okay.
bike.
On
So they,
bike.
yes, on bike was like, and they did it like they took like 1 week to arrive to Cali. That's another big city here in Colombia. And with those kind of events, they collect money because they, so the friends of the people that were biking donate 30,000 pesos and things like that.
All right. Still 800 kilometers. Jeez, on a
Yes,
bike.
yes, it's
I mean,
hard.
they were dedicated. That's great.
Yeah.
Um, thanks for that, I guess. Also, what's your favorite experience with Operation Smile? Do you have any like main experiences, whether with the patient or anything really that like stood out to you?
Okay, so my first experience, like real experience with the foundation, was on when I was talking to you. Like the people from the US came, and well, when I entered the surgery was amazing because I could see how the kid entered, like with, I think that it was cleft that he had, and
Okay.
45 minutes after he was perfect. Like was only some points that they need to remove, but he was good. And also another experience was last year in Lea,
All right.
2020 Colombia, because well, I meet a lot of people, mm, know about more cultures of, for example, Paraguay, Panama, Peru, Bolivia. Well, was an amazing experience, both
All
of
right.
them.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
On the topic of experiences and everything, have you ever been to like a U Lead or a I think a leadership conference over there?
Yes, actually, Lea, the conference that I'm talking about to you,
Yeah.
is, I don't know if you know about ISOC.
Yes, I do.
It's the same thing, but only for Latin American people.
Oh, okay, that's really cool. Um,
Yes,
yeah. Carlos, when he emailed me, he told me that you were part of the LAC Council. Um,
yes. Like right now, I'm starting. I'm 2021. Like
what?
the here is named CUEL, a Consejo Estudiantil. Like yes, International Student Council of
Okay.
Operations in America. Right now, I'm starting. I am a council of schools here in Colombia,
Jeez,
2021.
that is cool. I mean, you. first went from just being a normal volunteer to the president of your school and founder, and now you're a member. Are you are you the head of the council, or how does it go?
No, it works like here in Colombia, we have three people. Me, that I'm going to start like managing, maybe we could say, like only schools.
Okay.
From Bogota, maybe from Boyacá, but mainly I'm going to be focused on Bogota, like growing the volunteers here in Bogota. There's another guy that is called Julian Corredor that has his this year his fifth year in the council.
Jeez.
He is like managing universities. And
Okay.
there's another person that's called Valeria Mejia that she's also managing schools, but in Boyacá. She's going to be more focused on Boyacá schools and some group of universities.
That's really cool. I'm not sure if we have one over here in the UAE, but that's definitely something. Well, hopefully that'll come in the future. And obviously, good luck with that. It's a huge
Thank you.
responsibility, I guess. Wait, so do you like not govern, I guess, but are you like the head of like different operations from different schools, different?
Well, like the head, I think that the head is the president of
Yeah,
like is the president, and after
fair
the
enough.
president comes the like the student council,
Yeah.
like depending on which club are you managing.
Mm,
But yes, it's like basically the job is like to be pending of them, like having that contact with the local foundation and the club, the school if they need something. For example, here in Bogota, we manage it only by schools. For example, my school's named Rochester School, so only people from Rochester is going to be able to join the club. In Boyacá, that's another part of Colombia, they manage it by cities because as I told you, the city is very small. Like
yeah.
there are no so big like Bogota, so they manage by city. So for example, Duitama. So from the Duitama, you can find people from three different schools, four different schools, or even though they don't belong to any school and they are there because they are doing their social hours or because they like. So we have two different kind of clubs here in Colombia.
All right. Okay, that's really cool. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was so amazed by that. I forgot. Jeez. Um. Uh, can you tell me a bit about Operation Smile specifically in Colombia? Right. So, like, do you guys have a lot of patients? Are there a lot of people with cleft lips and stuff like that?
Yes, so as I told you, I don't have like more like a lot of knowledge because I'm just starting
Yeah.
like to be in the council and like as president, you don't know like many things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, as I told you, I think that daily they are doing 10 surgeries, 10
Daily.
surgeries, four. Yes, I think that is depending on like the month, how the COVID is
Yeah.
evolving, but they are doing surgeries. We have here jornadas, like I don't know how do you call them there.
Okay.
Like the first weekend is for evaluating the patient,
Okay.
like if he's in a good condition of health,
Yeah.
of nutrition, and the doctor said, okay, you can be operated. Come next week or in 2 weeks, and you will have your surgery.
Okay.
In that, I don't know how much patients they could be operated because it's a big thing. It's not like one or two things. Usually,
Yeah.
those jornadas are held in parts of Colombia that they have no access to hospitals
Hmm.
or they are very poor, and also they have missions. Like I don't know more about missions here in Colombia because well, last year we could not have missions because
Yeah.
of COVID, so I could not go. But I know that here they do it in Rio Hache, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
It's a part is like the between Venezuela and Colombia.
Okay. Okay.
So well, I think that you know the conditions of
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Oh, okay. For us also here, I think our most recent mission was Sometime around last year, December or so. And it actually happened the same day as the U lead,
Oh,
which was from where this happened. I think it was the day after, no, the day before the same day. And yeah, it was very successful. So it's a shame about COVID, and hopefully
yeah.
2021 would hopefully be better.
They did one jornada
Okay.
on November. I was invited, but my parents told me first of all, there's COVID. No
Yeah,
way
yeah,
that you are traveling to to the jornada. And second, like I was telling you, Riohacha is not like a
safe
safe
place.
place to
Yeah, yeah,
go. So they told me, sorry, we always support you in all
yeah.
of the foundation, but for this, no, no, sorry.
Yeah, my parents would be the exact same. I've never gone to any mission either, but obviously, you've got to look at all the circumstances, and yeah.
Yes.
Um, I don't know if this is true or not, and hopefully you can, like confirm it for me. I've read specifically, that there are quite a lot of children, not just in Colombia, but in Latin America, like in South America, that have like cleft conditions. Have you ever seen, like, is there anyone in your school who might have a cleft condition, or do you usually see a lot of people with cleft conditions?
Well, like in the schools, like no, in my school, like
Okay,
personally, no.
okay.
Like a year ago, we had with my prom, we made a field trip to one foundation of near my school, and there was a kid that was being that had a cleft lip, but he was operated. He was good. Was not Operation Smile. I guess here's another foundation that made that kind of surgeries. Was not
Okay.
Operation Smile. I remember because I noticed that the kid had surgery because like
Yeah.
when where is like located and how is the surgery end. So I detect him and I asked like the one of the people from the foundation and I asked, oh, this kid had a cleft lip, and he told me yes, he had. Thankfully, he had a surgery, but the process of speaking is not going well. I don't know what to do. And I remember
Mhm.
that I told, okay, look, here is Operation Smile. You can go and volunteer. Here in the school, we have a club. Like I made that contact. I don't know if he went or if he doesn't went. I don't know.
Okay.
But in my conscience, I know that I recommend to that kid that Operation Smile. And no, like me in the streets, I don't see. I have never seen people with cleft lip. Like, well, if I go to the foundation or to medical missions of the foundation, well,
Yeah.
obviously you will see. But like walking around the street, I have never.
All right. Okay. Well, that's the myth busted, I guess. Um, Also, I mean, I've run out of questions. However, like personally, I want to know this, right? Um, in your whole time in Operation Smile, right? Has I don't know how to say this properly. Your experience, right? Is there something that you have learned, like a lot, or is there something you aspire to be within Operation Smile itself?
Obviously, I have learned many things, many, like about the foundation, like more about student programs, and more about like me. I remember that last year I was very shy with people. I only talk with my friends or people from my school, and that's it. No more, no social things. I was very scary of, for example, if they call me to the center of the school to talk with people. I was not doing that only with adults. I get very well with adults, with the principal, with the owner of the school, with the teachers, but with any other people, like no, thank you,
Oh,
no.
okay.
But after LIA, like the ISOC from Latin America, I learned that you are unique and like you don't need to be
Afraid.
shy or be afraid of talking. Like don't doesn't matter what the other thinks about you. You are you, and you know who are you, and you don't need to be thinking about what others are saying about you. So yes, I have, that is like my biggest learn that I take from Operation Smile, like being unique and don't paying attention about what they say about you. If or if you stand in the middle of the street to dance, don't doesn't matter. You are you, and yes.
That's, I think, honestly, for me also, I didn't really not talk, but obviously there's a lot of nerves going up to and talking, and I think Operation Smile really did help me as well. And I mean, you don't have to be afraid of anyone, right? And I 100% agree. And if I think if you asked me about 2 years ago, one year ago, if I would sit down, interview someone all the way from another country who I haven't met, you're a great guy, obviously. Um, I would have been like, uh.
Mm.
But coming into this, I was very excited to meet you. It's been great. Um, yeah, I have no more questions. Is there anything you would like to say? Any points that you thought I should have brought up?
No, I think that you made some great questions. I hope that I could answer all of them.
Yeah.
And also, it would be amazing if you start following our social media. I could send to Sandil. Well, I one of them is Operación Sonrisa Colombia, and the other one is Programas Estudiantiles Colombia. I will send the names to Sandil. And no, thank you very much for inviting me here to this little interview, for knowing more, for being interested or of learning more about Operation Smile Colombia, Colombia in general. Thank you very much.
All right. That's it for everyone watching. Make sure you go check out the social medias linked below. Donate to if you can donate to the Yalla Give. Check out the social media accounts that I'll link it down below too by asking Emilio to send it to me. And yeah, once again, thanks Emilio for joining us.
Sandil, thank you very much.